let's declutter some eyeshadow palettes. So for today's video, as you saw by the thumbnail, I'm going to be decluttering a few palettes. So if you like declutters, make sure you are subscribed to my channel because I do quite a lot of declutters over here. So I'm just going to pull randomly out of my basket. Let me just start off by saying most of these products I did purchase myself. Some were sent to me. You know, I don't have to keep all the makeup. I love testing new products, and the quality on literally every single one of these products, it's really nice. I just, for one reason or another, I don't reach for it. So with that being said, let's dive into it. I'm going to start off with these face palettes from Adept Cosmetics. This one is Ayana. This is too deep for me. I did declutter this and then I pulled it back out and now I'm decluttering again because it's not suited for me. So I can definitely peace with that and not be upset. This one is Valentina. I used to collect all of Adept, but now I'm trying to pull out of that collector's mentality because one, it's not financially like sustainable, and two, it's not healthy. This is Valentina. These kind of look similar. They're different, but they're just a little too similar, and I do have Stella, so I prefer that one over Valentina. Going to let go of that. So next is the Flora Story palette. So this one is from Odin's Eye in collaboration with Makeup Just for Fun. This is one that I want to put in my declutter bin, and I'm curious if I'll pull it back out. I feel like I could do a whole separate video of like my top whatever palettes that I pulled back into my collection. So this one is one that the color story is beautiful. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm not reaching for it. So I don't know if I'm going to keep it. I don't know. I have a problem. Okay, next, these two were actually gifted to me from Alter Ego. These were sent in PR. I have had this one before and I gave it to a friend and I don't want to use it, but this is what the inside looks like. Very perfect neutral palette. So I feel like putting that in a giveaway, there's no reason for me to touch it because I have so many neutral palettes. And this one is the Sakura. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. This one looks lovely, but I'm just going to put this in the giveaway box because I have so many palettes in my collection. But I did keep the Mirage palette. That is just chef's kiss. Next, let's see. I want to declutter. This is so hard, but at the same time, I'm ready to part ways with it. The Butterfly Vibes palette from Give Me Glow Cosmetics. So I have a rule. I don't like plastic eyeshadow palettes, and I should have never bought this. This was really pricey. It's plastic. It just feels a little cheap. I'm sorry. And there's like no shade names on the front, so I don't know. It's just not my vibe. I don't know. It's beautiful. The quality is exceptional, but I'm not reaching for it because of the packaging. So why keep it? Why keep it? Let's see. I have a friend I'm probably going to, let's see, I don't know if she wants this one, but the Sorcerer palette, I decluttered this. I pulled this out of my bin, and then I put my own shades in here, and I'm still not reaching for it, so I'm going to see if she wants this, because I'm not using it, and I don't want it to go to waste. This is the Bard palette. I bought this one myself, and it's beautiful. I'm not reaching for it. I don't get it. Okay, now this one, Juicy Olive palette. I need to get this back to like the original state because this one's kind of mixed up with some of my own singles. But I want to get it back how it, like the original palette. I don't typically reach for monochromatic palettes, so I wanted this one for so long. And then once I got it, it was so monochromatic. I was just like, why? Why even? So I'm just going to fix it back to how it came and get rid of it because I have so many other grungy palettes in my collection, so there's no reason to keep this huge baby, even though I wanted it for so long. Once I got it, I was like, okay, you can get an olive look with it. You know, that's where we're at. This one is the Nightlife palette from Give Me Glow, like the coral one. I don't know. I have to make sure all these are like the actual like shades that came in the palette, but these just, I actually know it's not. But anyways, you get the vibe. These stain my eyes. Pinks, they stain my eyes so bad. I recently got the new Gothic palette from Cosmic Brushes, and my eyes were pink for 2 days straight. The third day, it was still softly pink, but it was like, you know, it didn't look like I had a black eye, but they just stained my eyes so bad. So the quality is beautiful. I can't, every time I wear it, my eyes are just so irritated because they're so stained and just, I don't know, it's hard to get off my face, I guess. This one from Give Me Glow Cosmetics. Oh, sorry, Give Me Glow. There's kind of, I don't know what, 3 in here. This is the Bad Witch Club Seasonal Fall Palette. My friend gifted me this, and it didn't work for her. It's not working for me either. I can't open it. These nails, I can't function with long nails. They just stain my eyes, and I have an eye condition, and they're very sensitive, so whenever I have these rich pigments, sometimes I can get irritation if I'm not careful. So that's why I'm going to, actually, I did see if she wanted this. She doesn't want it. I'm going to either pass it along or figure out what to do with that. Just double check with her. Let's talk about Adept again. I'm going to save the best for last. Okay, this is the La Cienega palette. I have been going back and forth with this baby because of the shade Manhattan Beach. I adore this shade. Everything else, I can live without it. I wasn't really this color story didn't speak to me. It didn't inspire me. This was the palette I got in the mystery box, and I just never reached for it other than the shade. This shade is just stunning. But why should I keep it for one shade? I shouldn't, because I have a ton of palettes. And I'm not obsessed with this packaging. It's fine. Whatever. Oh, all these palettes almost fell. Okay, next from Adept. This is the Amunet palette. This one, it's kind of like cheating. This one I want to put in my, what is it called? Like memory box of makeup. This was the first palette I was ever sent in PR. Not just from Adept, but like period ever. And so this means so much to me. The quality, it's just kind of aged. It didn't age like fine wine. A few of my shades have hard pan. The mattes, like, I can't get much pigment. I don't know what happened with this one. But like, they still perform, but not to what they used to. I just can't ever get rid of this. It's so special to me. But I am going to get this out of, like, the palettes that I use and put this in my, you know, like, my makeup memory box, because it came to me whenever I was ready to just kind of, like, I don't know, throw in the towel, be done. With my channel and everything, because I was just going through like a rough patch, and yeah, they sent me that, and it really just kind of lit a fire back into me. Next from Adept, this is the Ninhydrin. This was sent to me. I want to give this to a friend if she wants it. I think she will adore these shades. I personally don't reach for it all the time. It's a lovely formula, but I don't know, I have so much, and I thought she would really enjoy this one since I'm not reaching for it. I really wanted to look at each category, like each brand from my makeup collection, see which palettes I'm not using, and get out those and see who I could, you know, give them to or resell if I'm not using them. My daughter ended up with a few. Okay, well, let me see. I'm going to do this one. This is a Chucky palette. So my Glamlight Ghost Face palette, it's not here yet. It's going to be shipping in November because the makeup bag that I got was delayed or whatever. So once I can do a comparison with these two palettes, then I'm going to declutter this one. But I've reached for it again. I don't know. It's just too deep for me. I'm Pillows Paper and it's intimidating. So yeah, I like this, but I don't need it, you know, I don't need to come in here and like do that. So I'm going to let that one go once Ghost Face gets here. And then this one, is this the only one? Yeah, I actually had a few of my Nomad palettes, and then I chickened out and I put them back because I'm not ready to part with them yet. I don't know. I was going to declutter this one, the Royal Europe palette, because along with like the Chucky, it's so deep for me, but I'm not ready to let it go just yet. We'll see. I want to try to reach for it again, but the last one is my battle. I'm having an enter struggle with this one. This is the Natasha Denona My Dream palette. You would think, just looking at this would have been my favorite palette. Even whenever I saw the color story initially, I was like, oh, Natasha Denona has created the perfect color story for me. Once I got it, I didn't use it, and I kept putting it out, you know, kind of like lay it out in like my makeup box that I use, you know, just every day in my makeup bag, and I still didn't use it. I don't know. So I think it's time to let go. What do y'all think? So I'm going to put this, you know, in the makeup bin, the declutter bin, and see if I have any regrets. Pull it out, keep it, who knows. But so far, these are the palettes that I'm ready to part ways with. Let me know down below, have you been doing any declutters, or do you just hold on to everything because you're like, I bought it, I'm going to keep it? Because I definitely respect that as well. So out of this bunch, I decluttered 16. I also wanted to ask, so going forward on my declutters, do you want to see I typically declutter like once every season, but would you prefer, because at the end of the year, you know, I want to rank all the palettes that I tried. Do you want me, like for 2024, I'm talking about my declutters, do you want me to do one massive declutter at the end of the year? That way I can include all the palettes that I tried, or which this is the one I'm kind of leaning towards, keep doing how I'm doing, you know, refreshing my collection, decluttering as needed, like for mentally, for my mental state. I just want to hear down below, what would you prefer? I just want to take into consideration what you prefer in like your end of the year rankings when you see from people. Just sound off below. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions. But for me, it's just so inspirational to just go through my collection and get out what I'm not using. I have felt so burnt out, and normally whenever I'm not inspired, whenever I get burnt out, when I just don't feel like coming in my beauty space and putting on makeup, I'm like, it's time to declutter. It is what it is. So yeah, these are the palettes that did not make the cut for one reason or another, and now I'm looking in my collection and I'm super pumped. I kind of have also, there's a palette that I got sent that just really sparked a fire in me again. So yeah, I was super pumped. I can't show you because it hasn't been revealed and I don't know when this video is going up. But yeah, super pumped for that. But anyways, that's going to do it for today's video. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you're doing well. I hope that you are healthy, happy, and safe. Stay beautiful. Bye guys.